Hey guys. All right. So last week I shared a post that said having a goal isn't enough. You actually have to want it. And I want to expand on that a little bit today since it's Motivational Monday. A lot of people like the idea of a goal, like a race, a fitness change, a new routine, but they haven't really sat down and thought about what that goal is actually going to require. So depending on the goal, that can actually mean sacrifices. Okay, so it might mean early mornings, late nights. It might mean having less time for certain hobbies that you normally enjoy. Sometimes it's giving up, or a lot of the times it's giving up part of your weekend for those long endurance sessions. And sometimes it's learning to stay disciplined with a plan, even when training has its ups and downs, because it will. When you choose a goal, you have to understand why it matters to you. So what's your why? That why is what keeps you going when motivation isn't there. Because guys, motivation isn't always going to show up on its own. And I think many of us realize that. That's where discipline comes in. So discipline has to take over at times, a lot of the times. And especially in endurance training, there's going to be moments when we have to come back to that why and remind ourselves, why are we making those sacrifices in the first place? And that doesn't just apply to training. It applies to careers, relationships, habits, anything you say you want, but feel challenged by at times. I mean, think back to a degree or certification you worked towards, the late nights, the stress, the time you gave up. You made those sacrifices because you knew why you were doing it and the reason behind it. Or think about a job career move that you really wanted. Maybe it meant starting at the bottom, taking on extra responsibilities, pushing through uncomfortable learning curves. Even relationships require sacrifice, like showing up, communication, putting in effort when it's easier not to. You do it because the relationship matters to you. Buying a house, saving for something important, building stability. Those goals usually come with sacrifices that don't feel fun in the moment. Or even building better habits, changing routines, setting boundaries, learning to say no. Those aren't easy, but we do them because the outcome matters to us. I mean, the list can go on and on. So Motivational Monday isn't about hype. It's about honesty. Because real progress starts when you're honest about what you want and what you're willing to work for. So this Monday, ask yourself if your actions are lining up with the goals that you say you want.